Okay, guys. Promised you a little video, but this weekend, but I've kind of sort found something that might benefit people when it comes to trading the range. Okay, sometimes most people struggle with the range. Honestly, you do, guys. I don't seem to struggle with the range because I know what to look for. But anyway, I found a little system that might, and it's basically based on the moneymaker. But you're not going to be looking for a 5-0 4-1. You're going to be looking for a 2-1 or a 3-0 because basically a ranging period, guys, uh, will show up on the shorter time frames. The movement will come from the smaller time frames, basically. Okay, so I'll get straight in and I'll show you exactly what I mean. All right, so pause it there a moment. How do you read the range? Right, well, the best way to read the ranging period, right, is this line, and the 5-minute coloured line goes flat like this. Okay, you can see the others, they're all running, but sloping down, running, running. Right, this one's in a range at the moment. Okay, uh, will break out. They always break out. Absolutely 100% guarantee that they will eventually break out. All right, but how to trade this range, right? Well, here's what I suggest, Moneymaker, that this might benefit you. Okay, but what you might have to do, Moneymaker, is go for, instead of holding out for 10 pips, maybe just go for 8 until that period of range is over. Okay, and basically what you do is you drop the two white arrows from your counting system. That is, of course, Moneymaker, if you use the 5-minute line, the HA line, and the HA box. This is what you're going to look for, okay, during this flat ranging period. You can all see here that this has gone flat and the lines are all crisscrossing, and you know, we get periods like this, guys, and they generally at turning points. Not always, but they generally are. All right, and that's when the 5-0s and the 4-1s on the MMs, you know, don't always work. Don't always work. They can, um, lose a few. But basically, what we're going to look for is a 2-1 or a 3-0 using that, the HA line, and the 5-minute line. Okay, that's all. Right, so we'll get through this again. You're not going to win every trade, guys. You're really not going to win every trade. That's something you have to accept. So anyway, first of all, right, let's have a look at this particular HA yellow here. Now then, right, at the time of that HA yellow, you had 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. The 5-minute line had just changed to red. So you had a 2-1 up. Okay, so you can take that. Okay, let's have a look how it actually panned out. Yeah, you would have won. I mean, that's showing 10 pips there, 11 pips, right? So I would think that you make it, you would have got 8 pips. So let's say you've decided, because it's a range, and I'm talking to Sergeant Pippa here as well, because this will help him, because, Sarge tends to struggle around the turning point, like a lot of people, but if Sarge just says to himself, right, at any possible turning point, I will make at least a 2-1 from these three um, signals, basically, because that's what they are, signals, then, that I think will help him as well. Okay, so you would have won your first trade. Now you've got a HA yellow down, so you count. You just count. Okay, you count. Look, line 5-minute line's red, 1-0 down. HA line's red, 2-0 down. 2-1. All right, so let's let's have a look at this one. Bang, winner, winner. Okay, you getting me, guys? You understand what I'm saying here? Right? It's that simple. It's a way to trade this range until it opens up again. Right? Again, guys, if you have the option of trading an open pair where the lines are open like this, right, like this, or that range, then choose the open pairs. Okay. Okay, but let's again just look at this one. Okay, you've had a big move. There was a 5-minute yellow against, with the 5-minute line there, right? But you were on a flipped up HABB band, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 up, 2-1 up. Okay, so possible turning point here again, where you're going up instead of thinking down here, because you had 1, 2, 2-1 up. Okay, so we'll just watch these two. We're going to watch this UCAD here, but again, we're going to do the count on this one again. Okay, because this is the one that's really ranging the GU. And I just wanted to give you guys some way of trading the range. Okay, let's get to a point. Okay, so again, HA yellow here. All right, that was late, but let's say about that trade, then up, you had 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 against you. So in reality, you shouldn't have taken that up because it was 2-1 against you. Okay, at the time of this. All right, but now you look at this one. All right, what have you got? 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 again, down. So take it down. By the way, guys, look at that. UCAD. Right, at the time of that trade there, the line was red. Okay, it was a 5-minute yellow against you, but the line was red. And you were, oh God, what was it? Yeah, 2-1 up. And look, the reason I'm saying to use these three, the first time frame that momentum will show on, guys, that means that any turning point, any range, any continuation of a trend, right, will be the smallest time frame. And the HA charts are 1-minute time frame. They are the smallest time frame. That's why you're seeing these turn before anything else. The 5-minute lines, the 5-minute boxes. Okay. All right. So again, we're on this one here now. You've won that. And just let me, before we go any further, right, guys, you all need to have a think to yourself now and decide what you want. Do you want 1,000 pips a week, or do you want £1,000, €1,000, $1,000 per week, and ultimately per day? Okay, that's what you need to think about now, guys, because you do not need 1,000 pips, right? And by going after 1,000 pips, you're taking more trades. The chances of losing, you know, will affect your mindset. It does. I know it does, guys. But the only way to make real big money, you know, is to keep up in your lot size. And if you're losing trades on a daily basis, quite a lot of trades on a daily basis, then your mindset is going to be affected, and it's going to slow you down from upping, excuse me, your lot size. Okay, and that is where the ultimate money is. All right, so again, anyway, we're looking at this. Have a think about it, guys. Just have a think and say, well, you know what, the English guy's right. Okay, you know, I'm just after 48 pips a day. But 48 pips a day, 240 pips a week. Ultimately, £1,000 a pip, guys. You know, think of it that way. Ultimately, and you're not talking a long time before you get there. £10 a pip, that's £2.5 grand a week. Right, after that, you just, you know, you're trading for fun, basically, because you're withdrawing a grand a week. Right, you're leaving the rest in so you can keep up in your lot size. It just roll. It's a roll-on effect, like a snowball. It just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, and eventually, as I say, you will be heading in the right direction. Basically, the direction I am at this moment. Okay, it's fun for me. Okay, not a must. All right, but anyway, we're looking at this. Yeah, okay, okay, the line's changed here, right? But again, you know, um, you could still be in this trade. If you're going for 8 pips, you're probably still in this trade. I tend to take these and know that they'll go to the opposite BB band. Yes, the BB band flipped up there. Yes, this line's changed here, but you still, while you're in this trade here, right? You still 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, even though that line's changed now. Okay, so you can still be in this trade. All right. Ooh, look at that, you can, guys. I mean, you could have taken that and then there again, but that was the 2-1. Perfect example of it, really. How price first moves here using those two. Okay, well, what's this GU? Come on, let's have a look at this GU. Ooh. Yeah, so again, that would have won. Okay, so you're looking at this one up here. Right, what did you have? At the time, you had 1-0, 1-1, 2-1 down. Right, so don't take it. Take the down from here. Lines turn red again here. Let's just get to a point where it does, actually. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 down. 5-minute lines red. HA lines red. HA labels red. 3-0 down. Take it. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Sometimes this happens on a range where it's messy, but eventually one there, again there. And moneymaker, think of it this way, darling, right? 1, 2, 3, 8 pips. You're already 24 pips. Sarge. V-Boy. You, Magnus, again, Magnus, you struggled last week, the first couple of days, because of the range. Maybe this might help you, Magnus. And again, Magnus, you're one of the people I'm talking to about, where you want to be in 6 months. Do you want 1,000 pips a day? I know that is BT's way of trading, and it works for a lot of people. Okay, the two trade system. What I want initially, guys, is to get you earning. I get you earning, right? Then it's an explosion. Basically, it just becomes second nature, and you're just trading for fun. And this is when like BT there, he's taking 2 trades and killing it. Right, but he's doing it for fun because he's earning money, and he's earning big money. Okay. All right, so first of all, let's get you trading. Okay. Again, options there. Should you have taken that or that? This open. No, you had one here as well. Look, back in here. Bang. Okay, these are open. Bang. Okay, but again, you would have won the GU on the range. This, I'm just showing you this ranging period, right, and a way to trade it if you must. Okay? Right. Again, you shouldn't have taken this, right? Because even if that was up, which I doubt it very much, let's go back and see. Is this where it goes? Yeah, that's where it went, right? It was a 3-0 down anyway, so you shouldn't have taken that. What you should be thinking now is down. let's have a, there you go. You should be on this one. It's a 1, 2, 2, 1. Still in the range. Look, because it's just crisscrossing the 5-minute orange, 5-minute lines, up and down, up and down. So he's still on the range. So 1-0, 1-1, 2-1 down. Take this. Okay, look again here. Look at this one here. Perhaps, instead of looking at this pair on this particular day, you would have been looking there for that, or there for that, or even here for that, even though it looks a bit tired, this with all the yellows, the blues. Okay, anyway, as I say, right, we're in this. Stop doing that, and there you go, guys. Eventually it won. Okay, now then, there's no HA yellow here, but you might have said I'll have a go at this because you 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. Right, it's entirely up to you if you want to take this, or if you want to wait. And on ranging days, you'll find that the HA yellows are all over the show, guys. So it might be that you actually wait for the yellows. Plus, with the fact that this is closed, quite a few times here for the last 3 minutes below this green line, the chances are that line's going to turn red anyway. All right, so if you take it and mom flips on you, just don't be scared of getting out with a 2 or 3 pip loss, money maker. You don't have to let it lose 10 pips. Okay. Yeah, you see, so you'd have just bailed there, guys, and said okay then, because that's quite a lot of momentum for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes that's been going down. You're not telling me that you can't read this flashing big numbers red. Okay. Anyway, let's just crack on. I'm just trying to show you a quick way of trading. Again, 1-0. I'm not. Was that one there? Let's have a look. Just go back a minute. Yep, it is. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 down. HA yellow, and you just saw the result of that. Bang. There. Okay. Okay. It's a very simple thing to do when this is messing about here like this. And again, moneymaker, look at this. Where were we? Line change there. Then it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 pippers. Moneymaker, 40 pips there, guys. 40 pips there. You're done for the day pretty much. And that's trading a range when there were other options. Okay, it's just a very simple thing to look for. Right, guys. Another one here, this time 1, 2, 3-0. Starting to open up as well now. So, yeah, even better still. Oh, God, yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if that's another one, but, look. And look, yeah, all these here. Bam. One. Look at this one. Bang, back, bang. One there, bang. Okay, so, yeah, that's going to happen, right? So, right, here's something I'll show you now, right? Because this is closed massive above here, the chances are, right, that this is going to bounce from here up, even with that line red. Okay, so if we get one, if this line goes green, which it looks like it could do here, it goes green here, right, then it will be a 2-1 up. Okay, and you probably could trade. In fact, it's not turning green now, is it? Let's have a look. No. Again, you might be in this down based on the fact it's a 2-1 down. It's that HA line that's not changing. Yeah, it changed after the fact. Right, so okay, you'd have been in this and had to bail. You might have won, to be honest with you, from there. Down anyway for 8 pips. Alright guys, so you've seen that there. Just a very simple thing, when it's ranging, how to trade the range. And you just and I know money maker looks at a 5-0 and a 4-1, but you just look at the two shortest time frames in a range, because that, in particular the HA chart, because that's a 1 minute time frame, guys. Right, so think about it. If you're in a range and it's just doing this all day, right, how do you trade it? Well, I've just shown you a way to do it there. Okay, get a 2-1 or a 3-0 using the 5 minute line, the HA line, HA label. Okay, should we have a quick run through and see what happened? There you go. Look, eventually went up. Okay, UCAD turned around again. Look at this, guys. Once this turned around, there, look, 12 pipper, 12 pipper, 12 pipper. And this is why I keep saying to you guys, 3 or 4 12 pippers a day is all you need. And when you're up at like £5, €5, $5 a pip, that's when you start thinking, yeah, I don't need 1,000 pips. Okay, you don't. Right, okay. Right, let's have a look at another couple, because I kind of picked a range market. Then I've got a running market to a reversal. Right, just to show you again what to look for at the possible reversal. June the 30th. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so we had. She's been running. You can see all these great trades here. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. What? GJ as well. Look at this. UCAD messy, but all these signals are saying, oh, that's your range again. Look at this though. Sometimes it's just too hard to trade, guys. But again, if you said to yourself, well, I'm counting 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, right, then you'd only have been taking those HA yellows down. Okay. As I say, look for the runners when you can. So let's just keep going. It's when the blues start to appear, right? Excuse me. That you should be thinking possible reversals, guys. All right. And again, the first place they will turn HHR. All right. So we're getting to the point where that happens. Again, it's still going up. Still going up. I just flicking quickly through this, guys. But look at it again. Just flow trading. GU and the GJ really, really strong. Again here, look. Lines are open up. Bam. Bam. And you notice, guys, that the bigger moves, the ones where you can go for 20. I said on Friday, basically what I do is, if I have me TP, I have left them in the past anyway. Certainly with a GJ, I tend to take these for 20 pips anyway, right? But just a rule that you might want to use, from the HA yellow, between the HA yellow and the 5CL, right, sorry, the 5 yellow and the 5 coloured line, right, you can look for 20 pippers if you want. Right, but if it's just here off the 5-minute orange line, then just go for 12. Okay, the bigger moves tend to come from deeper in. Okay, as you can see here, this one's come deeper in, bang. That's a nice move, but then again, deeper in, bang. Okay, here, deeper in, bang. All right, so let's get to the turning point, because I just want to show you where it starts. And you should all know this now. It's 5-minute. The HA time frame is where it will start. All right. Yep, starting to get signals. Look, starting to get signals. Yeah, broke the 8-hour, 1-hour blue. Doodah here. Right. So you just keep an eye on these now. Right, you don't. This is where for Sergeant Pipper, right, Sarge, right. Don't reverse Sarge until you have at least them two. The HA label and the HA line, your colour, Sarge, and that will keep you away from reversing. Alright, yes, you'll miss the odd trade, so what, you miss the odd trade, you don't need that many. Okay, it's taken me a long time to get you to realise that, Sarge, that you don't need a million pips, right? And you're getting there now. Okay. So, yes, you're going to miss a few pips. doesn't matter, honestly, because this has been going up that long that when it turns, it's probably going to turn big. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the point. Here we go. Look, starting to turn. Look, the first place you will see it. Just don't reverse, guys, until this happens. You know, they're the first two things to turn. The HA label and the HA line. Right? Then you're looking for your pullbacks. Okay? So you might have had that one there. Sarge, in particular, you'd have been itching to take that. You'd have been trembling about that one, Sarge. And again, look, you know, these two had changed, and then look, bang, bang. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's taken ages, but you just got to be patient. And as I say, guys, you do not need that many trades. All right, so again, crack on. Another one there. These two had changed. Okay, line, 5-minute line's probably going to follow. Well, should follow, yeah. Oops. Another one here. Again, you could say, well, they're both there, so I can take this. Okay, look at the GJ here. You know, you could have, as much as you're waiting for the 5-minute line to change here, guys, right? Basically what I'm saying at a turning point, if you get that and that, you can take the early trades. So you could be in this one now, right, before you saw that line change red there. Same with a GU. You could have been in a couple of times there, right, before the 5-minute line changed. All right? Yep, again, look, you know, bang. Okay, again, you've got the mess here on the, what do you call it, UJ? In fact, it's a 3-0 down, so you should be thinking about that down there, not up. Even though, yeah, it could change this. Could change, because that's like the pullback there, and it could be on a first split 5-minute BB, this could fly. All right, but again, you know, look at GU, guys. Even though the 5-minute line's not changed, you know there's a possible turning point. It's gone into a range here, and all you've taken, because you took that and that, counted that and the 5-minute line, was 2 ones down. That one, that one, that one. Okay. Ah, dear. And again, you had it there, 1-0, 2-0. You just about turned back green there, and you got the HLL, but you're 2-1 then. Bang. Look. Okay, this one here, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, even though it had gone above 3-0. Bang, on the range. This happens at turning points for the most part. Look, they've all gone messy. But if you just stuck with these, pretty sure you wouldn't have lost big time. You know, like some people are, oh, trying to take that up, that up, that up. But because it's a range and you've read it as a range because of these 3 lines touching and the coloured lines gone flat, right? You weren't taking them up. You were taking them down on a count basis. 1, 2, 2, 1, 3-0. You understand? Oh yeah, beauty. Beauty. Alright guys. Okay, you might, I'm not sure if that label was there when this was here. If it was, then you'd have had 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, and you could have taken that up. Okay. Anyway, crack on. Yeah. You know, levered that one as well there. Off the line. Bang. Oh, this one, the red line, turned red here. You would have taken that, because that and that would have been red. And that, 3-0. And then you just nailed this one here again. That's open now, though. So you could probably read the full score on that, which would have been a 5-0. Okay. You know, I'm just trying to give you an easy way to trade the range and to trade a possible turning point which leads to the range like that, you know, like this where it gets messy. Okay, and all you have to do is count that, and that. Okay, right, here. Look, 1, 2, 3. But again, 3, 1, 4, 1 down. This one anyway. But for someone like Sarge, he could just count the 3. There, it'd be a 3 now. Anyway, guys, you understand this. It's not hard to understand. And oh my God, look at it. Look at that, guys. Love it. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so you understand what I'm trying to say here about the range and possible turning points. And just one last one quickly. I got things to do. We're going to look at April 13th. Okay, yes, we've had news, buggers the charts up a bit, guys. So, again, possible turning points. All you're looking for is a quick count: 1, 2, and 3. And I mean, there you had 3-0 up for this one here. Look at that, bang. Okay. 1-0, 1-1. 2-1 against taking that down there. Right, you might have taken that up there. Fine. That one was against you, so you wouldn't have taken that down. Okay, but now 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. Right, you could take this one down. Okay, let's have a quick look. What happens? Yeah, winner. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to pause it there. Guys, if I catch any of you saying you lost this one here, right, I will find you and I will skin you alive. Okay, you should never, ever, ever consider taking that trade. Right, ever. It's just, even myself now, I struggle taking these trades, even though I have done in the past, because there's plenty of momentum. I'm like right, it's in the middle of nowhere on the HA charts, it's in the middle of nowhere on the 5-minute charts. No way. Leave it alone. You don't need to risk that, right? And I'm pretty sure this will kill you. There you go. Okay, you have big moves, expect a bigger pullback. All right, you had a big news break there, pullback. Big move after that, bigger pullback. Okay, just leave it. Wait, you should be thinking about it now. Okay, if you get, your momentum, HA, whatever. All right. Anyway, so yeah, if you're in that momentum flips, it's entirely up to you. You could get out. Okay, or you can just stick in like Moneymaker does and text the loss. It's entirely up to you. But again, we're looking at this as a turning point. If you stayed in, you could still be riding this. All right. Yep, you would have won it. Okay, look at this one here. 1, 2, 3-0. 4-0. Got to look through them. Not happy with that. 4-0. Definite 5-0. The 1 hour's down. Both of these are down. That was a 5-0 anyway, guys. On Moneymaker. Okay. Again, look at this. Down. There. Bang. Yep. It's not on the line, but it is on the HABB band. Whereas that one is showing you on the GUs in the middle of nowhere on both. That one there. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, look at that. Again, there. Get it there and there. Look. Okay, lines all open nicely. But again, when you have that range, just do what I said. Count the 3. All right. And you'll probably win your day. Right, so guys, I like to make this video short. As you know, I don't like doing long videos, but they always end up long. Okay. However, right, the idea of this video is just to give you a way to trade, a possible range, right? A way to turn, because the first time frames that price is going to turn on is always the smallest, right? The 1-minute HA time frame. Okay, and also just to give you an idea of a kind of plan, you need to make a plan. You need to have a think about things, guys, and where you want to be in next month. For one, where you want to be before Christmas. Okay, and if you come up with an answer that says €10, $10, £10 a pip, um, then look to get 36, 48, 50 pips a day, guys, and you can easily do it in here, whether you do it the way that B-Boy does it when he's getting out with momentum flip, right? Whether you do it the way Sarge does it, 8 to 10 pips a time, or MT does it, whether you do it Moneymaker's way. Moneymaker, I've just kind of given you a way to trade the range there. Just make sure, in fact, you don't have to trade it, Moneymaker, but just make sure, that the HA box, the HA line, are together. If they're both red, the chances are your 4-0 or your 5-0 or your 4-1 will work. Okay, but if they're opposite, then and it looks rangy, Moneymaker, then either stay away from it or do what I said in this video. Okay, then there are the people like Lambo who trade like that. Right, again, Lambo, one trade a day, mate. You get one trade a day, Lambo, 40, 50 pips, move on to tomorrow. Right, at the end of the week, Lambo, double your lot size. Not necessarily double it every week, guys. What I'm saying is, you can go £1, £2, £3, £4, £5 over 5 weeks. Okay, and that will get you up rapidly. Imagine you're on 10, 10 a pip, right? $10, €10, £10 a pip in 2 months' time. Okay, guys, and you're making 200, 250 pips a week. Guys, you're 2 grand, 2.5 grand. And honestly, that is when you just stop worrying about money, and that's when trading becomes really fun. All right, guys. So, yeah, I think that will do you. But again, it's just a very simple thing to do, guys, when you're looking for that um, possible turning point or a way to trade the range. Just have a count of the 3 and drop the 2 white arrows, because the first, as I keep saying, the first time frame to show any momentum, any movement, right, is the smallest, and that is the 1 minute HA. Okay, guys.